Hi, my name's Valeria. Are you guys ready to go alien hunting with me? Welcome back. So we know of one place for sure that intelligent life has developed. And you're looking at it. We're here on Earth. No matter how unlikely you think abiogenesis is, which just means that life is being generated spontaneously from non-living matter. Even if it's 1 in a billion, there are billions and billions and billions of worlds in the galaxy alone. In a nearly endless universe, there are bound to be nearly endless worlds, and it would be a little hard to believe that we are the only ones here. How many intelligent civilizations are out there trying to understand the cosmos just as we are? Trying to find out where they are, what they look like, what's their problems that they face, what do they want, what do they fear, and will we ever meet? So many questions that we ponder ourselves could very well be questions that extraterrestrials find themselves thinking about as well. Now, I know for a fact that this isn't just the way that I think. There are many, many, many scientists out there that have stumbled upon these questions, which led to the study of astrobiology. So here we have astrobiology. This is the study of the universe, the life in universe, where it might exist, and in what conditions it may exist, and as well as how we might be able to detect it. Essentially, the search for aliens. So let's break it down and start with the basics. What's essential for life? What do we need in order to live? Well, we're made up of it, 75% of it. There's a large percentage that makes up planet Earth. We should be consuming it often. You got it. It's water. If we think about life on Earth, we know that liquid water is absolutely critical. So this water, these H2O molecules, this was where it first happened. The first organic molecules underwent chemical reactions until stumbling upon self-replicating structures by chance. Which means no solvent, no chemistry, no life. So it seems to be that water is a must, correct? An important concept within this whole process is how, or in order for what to happen, must liquid water exist on this planet? Well, it must be in the habitable zone. For those who might not be aware, this habitable zone around the star itself is the range of distances from the star in which this surface temperature ought to be between the melting point and the boiling point of water, which allows for liquid water to exist on the surface of the planet. So let's ask a critical question. If a star does not have this habitable zone in reach, would that mean that water would cease to exist? Well, we already know for sure, due to some extensive research and observation, that this is not the case. We saw that many moons of Jupiter and Saturn orbit the planet closely enough that the considerable tidal forces distort them such that there is a large friction inside these moons. In layman terms, this just means that there's a lot of heat being generated, and this heat is enough to melt the ice to get liquid water. So we know with reasonable certainty that there are a number of worlds containing oceans of liquid water, mostly Europa and Enceladus, and so it seems that these solar radiations are not the only way to get an ocean. Furthermore, who's to say that a liquid medium for life has to be water? As some might know, water works very well because it's amphoteric. This means that it can act as an acid or a base, and it participates in many, many varieties of acid-base reactions that are biochemically essential and relevant for allowing biosynthesis. Biosynthesis is simply the creation of an organic compound in a living organism, and some examples might include photosynthesis that we're all familiar with, chemosynthesis, amino acid synthesis, ATP synthesis. Biosynthetic processes just ensure the production of complex products necessary for cellular and metabolic processes. Back to aliens. Once we realized that life could potentially arise in a variety of different conditions, we begin to understand more so that life might be utterly commonplace. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to believe that there might be extraterrestrial life beyond our galaxies or within our galaxies, because the knowledge we have of existing life forms is what we see here on Earth. We know that water is a viable option because we are constantly using it. We're in this specific life cycle that is tailored to this planet. So the question arises, just because something is familiar to us in specific might not necessarily mean that it's specific to other forms of life, other organisms in other planets far away. Given our knowledge on the history of Mars, it's not outrageous or crazy to believe that simple unicellular life may have existed there in the distant past, and it may continue to exist beneath its surface. Mars is actually our next door neighbor, and we also identified multiple moons in the outer solar system that seem ideal for life. With so many possibilities, with our very minute knowledge of the galaxy, it seems that the Milky Way might be teeming with life. Alien life has been studied extensively. There have been formulas created, variables plugged in, the calculation of time, speed, the rate of life, habitable conditions. All of these factors have gone into the study of extraterrestrial life. Some of these equations and formulas developed have given rigorous value, which provoke discussion, but accuracy is still to be determined. So if intelligent civilizations have existed for many millions of years, longer than we have even existed on this planet, it's likely that they would have begun to colonize other worlds, a process that would move at an exponential rate. And it would seem like even one hyper-intelligent race would quickly inhabit the entire galaxy. There's a question that I have for you. Out of sight, out of mind? Or in this case, out of sight, out of life? The fact that we can't see or hear anyone is the essence of the Fermi paradox, which suggests we might be alone. But does the fact that we can't see or hear anyone mean that no one is actually there? Not necessarily. Perhaps they're there, but there are other reasons why they aren't in reach, or maybe they are there and they're watching. There are many possibilities, and believe it or not, amidst the speculation, there is a search in progress. The search is multifaceted, largely focused on searching for radio signals, and this effort is called SETI, S-E-T-I. SETI is an acronym for the Search of Extraterrestrial Intelligence. We've been listening since the 60s to see if aliens are saying hello, but there's just too much sky to listen to. For now, with our current technology, we have some ability to discover evidence of cosmic habitation in a specific case of SETI experiments to find beings that are at a technological level at least as advanced as our own. The possibilities for the next 100,000 years of human efforts are beginning to unfold. There are many open-ended questions that we still have. What challenges will we face when extraterrestrial, or if extraterrestrial life does exist? And what will we do as our civilization grows? As we become capable of interplanetary, interstellar, or even intergalactic travel?